How I got 775 leads for only $1.35 each. Hey guys, my name is Jennifer Waters. I am the Sales and System Sensei. Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to break down how I got 775 leads for roughly about $1.35 each. If you're ready, let's dig into it. So first, let me just preface this by saying this is not a paid social media ad strategy. So if you're looking for some of the other social media ad strategies for Martial Arts School Dojo specifically, make sure you check out this video that you see on the screen, and then also check out the link in the description for how exactly to do that. What I am going to tell you is that by focusing on this one particular avenue, we've been able to generate 775 leads for the Martial Arts Dojo and literally impact hundreds and hundreds of children's lives at a specific season. And the season that I'm referring to is back to school. Now you might be thinking, okay, Jennifer, yeah, I get it. Everybody in the martial arts industry talks about back to school season. What's different for you? I think number one, the biggest difference is that my team has established a very big relationship with our local elementary school system. And when I talk about this relationship, a lot of people, the first thing they do is they say, well, that doesn't work for us and that doesn't work for our area. And I would tell you that I get it, but I also say, what have you done to build a relationship with the local elementary school? And most people don't do what I'm about to tell you, so make sure you hang around and we'll get into it. Here's what most people do. They usually go to the elementary school and say, hey, I'm a local martial arts school. We teach life lessons. Can you go ahead and pass out these flyers? And the local elementary school is just going to say no. And you got to look at it from their standpoint and look at it from their shoes, like stand in their shoes for a moment. If they are approached by so many local businesses who just say, hey, can you pass out our flyers? They literally would be inundating the kids with flyers every single day going home. Of course, they're not going to do that. They can't show bias or favoritism to one particular business over another. And this is how I see so many martial arts dojo owners, they get very frustrated. They're like, well, we should be the solution. We can help so many kids. We can help them with their focus. We can help them with their confidence. Why don't they just let us into the elementary school? And yes, I get it. But there are so many other things that exist out there to help children in other areas that the elementary school's policy is typically, this is something that has to be on the parents to do and we can't do anything about it. So that's why you going into the elementary school with the hope of passing out flyers probably falls on deaf ears. But here's what doesn't. And you can use this same strategy for any other business that you're trying to get into. So if you think about an elementary school as an organization or a business that you're trying to work with, then you can start utilizing the same framework for other businesses. So step number one is, what does this business need that is not currently being fulfilled by anybody else? So you need to look at this elementary school and go, what's a need that they have? And I'll tell you right away that one of the needs that a lot of elementary schools have are the needs for school supplies. Like, they don't have school supplies. Most kids don't come with everything they need for the elementary school. The next thing is that elementary schools usually need to have faculty meetings, or they need to have some type of training, or they need to have something where that elementary school is going to need a breakfast, or it's going to need food or something like that. So you want to see how could you help with those things? And then there are other things that your elementary school is going to need. I don't know what they need. You need to go figure it out. And that is specific to your area. I could tell you the things in our elementary school system and what they have and what they need and the specific way that we look into those things, but it is going to be specific for your area. So the first thing I would say is, what are you doing to give? Like, how can you help them? Because you see, the law of reciprocity basically says that when I give you something, you're more likely to want to return the favor and give me something back. And this is a great way for you to go and start forging relationships. And if your entire goal is just to max out the martial arts school and, have as many students as you can just so you can collect the money and, never really actually genuinely care about them, that's one thing, and this video is actually not for you. But if you genuinely care about kids and the impact that you could have on their lives, and all those things where you're yelling at me right now saying, but why can't we get into elementary school? We could help them with their discipline and confidence. Our kids would be so much better if they just had martial arts. I get you, but you've got to figure out how you can give first. That person is never going to listen to you, is never going to take you seriously if you don't first give to them. And that's what we've done, is we've established a really great partnership with our local elementary schools by figuring out what it is that we can give to them and how we can make sure that we are doing everything in our power to give back to them on a regular basis. Once we've done that, then it just simply comes down to figuring out what types of things that we can be present at, how we can be present at those things, and what we can offer on behalf of the martial arts school to the student body. And that's simply what we did. So in one night, we went to an event that the elementary school was hosting all across the different elementary schools in our school system, and we generated over 775 leads. We spent about $500 in total between all the supplies and the things that we needed for the elementary schools that we went to. And I'm not really including cost of labor, just because we had full-time people and part-time people all involved in that process. So for materials themselves and what it cost to actually go out and do the event, you divide that out, it was about $1.35 per lead, which, by the way, is way cheaper than paying for paid social media advertising. I still am a big proponent of doing paid social media advertising because I think that's a really great way to continuously gain new leads and new students who've never heard about you. But I also don't dismiss the fact that we only paid $1.35 for each of those leads. And you know what? A ton of people enrolled into our school during that 30-day window that followed after that. So I would tell you that if you haven't established a relationship yet, this is a long-term investment. You should go and start figuring out ways to establish that relationship with your local elementary school. And if you are interested in other ways that you can go and accomplish these things, make sure that you like this video, then you smash that subscribe button so you get alerted for more videos when they drop here, because I'm always helping other martial arts school owners develop better ways to get their name out and to turn their passion for martial arts into a profitable business. Until next time, guys, keep being awesome.